Our next location presents a true taste of railroading's streamliner era by giving you a chance to experience the luxury and services of that golden age. The Branson Scenic Railway's signature stainless steel train gives its passengers a one-of-a-kind trip full of history and family fun, while mixing in all the beautiful views along its route.
To experience this rail adventure, we head to Branson, Missouri, in the heart of the Ozark Mountains. In the city of Branson, where the stars hang out and the paddle boats crowd the river, there's another show that comes through town and captures imaginations.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing today? Welcome to Branson Scenic Railway. My name is Don. I'm the conductor around here. How about a big hi, Don?
In a world of hype, the Branson Scenic Railway is the definition of truth in advertising.
This railroad was completed in 1905, and it stretches about 500 miles actually from Newport, Arkansas, clear up past Kansas City.
These are miles you can't experience in a plane or a car. For this, you have to be on board the railroad's stainless steel time capsule.
Tickets, please. Thank you. Where are you folks from?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
And throughout your journey, you'll hear over and over the same thing.
Scenery is beautiful and it's relaxing.
It's the scenery, the atmosphere, the joy of the old West, maybe.
You can really see the scenery. You're not at 30,000 feet. You know, you can see the top of the clouds. You can actually take the time to see what you're going past.
Most of that scenery is made by nature. Other spectacular sights are made by man. A journey on this line transports you over some of the longest and highest trestles in the country. But they're not the only engineering marvel you will experience.
The scenery is just beautiful, but I think one of the things that impressed me is that they could make a railroad through all this countryside, especially when you get to those tunnels that they had to go through the rock and everything. The work that was involved in making this way back even before the turn of the century, when two people coming in from opposite sides of the mountains and they actually met in the middle. I found that very interesting.
It was tedious work to burrow out these tunnels. Men could only average 3 to 4 feet a day through the thick mountain rock. When completed, the total cost for the 239 miles came in at a price tag of $12 million, about 6 times more than the average rail construction cost for that time period.
But think back of the history involved in putting one of these things together. Shovels and pickaxes is how they made their way through the mountains. So to me, that's very historic and it needs to be preserved.
Many wrote about the lure and nostalgia train travel presented back in the day, like Dana Frank, who observed that trains tap into some deep American collective memory.
It's a nostalgia thing, definitely. We grew up in an era when trains were really important, passenger freight and all, and it's definitely a nostalgia thing.
It's not at a fast pace. You can see things that you ordinarily don't see, and I think that's what I like about it. It's just kind of brings back a lost place in time.
It brings back history.
Yeah, it does.
Last trip I made was in 1961, well, the first and only trip. I went from Illinois to Texas. It just brings back good memories.
In a vast country constantly pushing its boundaries, this was quite literally the engine that drove expansion. The Branson Scenic Railway has turned itself into a rolling museum, each car unique, all coming from various heritages, including one built as long ago as 1939. The shiny stainless steel, beautiful Art Deco interiors are all rolling works of art. The ones that seem to draw the most oohs and ahs are the dome cars, which provide a spectacular 360-degree view of everything you pass by.
You can just relax, enjoy the ride, sway back and forth, enjoy the food, the company, the people that are around you.
We enjoy this. We enjoy being able to see every direction up here.
After more than a century of dominating cross-country travel, dome cars were the railroad's last siren call to keep Americans on the ground rather than in the air. A quiet and peaceful journey that transports you through America instead of above it. They were the staple of the golden age of railroading, and with only a handful of them still operating today, it's an experience you will truly treasure.
Does that look good to you?
The Branson Scenic Railroad also offers its passengers a true taste of the past, with a little added excitement.
Where else can you have a great meal going backwards at 50 miles an hour? No other form of transportation I know would let you do that.
I think this is really a kind of a blast from the past. It's nice to see that they're keeping this tradition going, and they're doing it very well.
Everybody should have a job like this once in their life. And it's fun. It's nice talking to all the people. It's just a great thing to do. You meet people from all over the world, really.
It's work that the Branson Scenic Railway staff love to do. For them, it's a chance to present a part of America's deep transportation history on an educational platform like no other. One that leaves all the guests with a great sense of appreciation for their efforts. For the passengers, it's not just a trip, it's a timeless experience. One full of the golden age of railroading that is still as enchanting as it ever was.